My dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you once again to the 30th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Today, we are asked by the Lord, what do you want me to do for you? Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, answered, I want to see. I want my sight back. My dear brothers and sisters, the theme of today is to be enlightened on how to follow Christ. Jesus, I want to see life as it is. Lord, give me the desire to share my sight with my brothers and my sisters. I would like to repeat parts of the second reading. It says, every high priest is chosen from among men and appointed to act on behalf of men in relation to God, to offer gifts and sacrifices for sins. He can deal gently with the ignorant and wayward, since he himself is beset with weaknesses. Because of this, he is bound to offer sacrifice for his own sins as well as for those of the people. And this is what I would like to begin with. That priests are chosen from among us. They are human beings, and they are weak. They are sinners, like each and every one of us. But they have a responsibility. We are told in the letter to the Hebrews, they are bound to offer sacrifice for his own sins, for their own sins, and for the sins of his brothers and sisters. And this is the ministry some of us are asked to undertake. And in many cases, this ministry is not understood very clearly by the priest himself and also by the people. People sometimes, they even don't understand why this priest is here and why is he talking to me? And why is he talking to me this way? The priest himself sometimes also don't understand why is he here and why is he talking to you. He is bound by his mission, by his ministry. Today, when Bartimaeus was asked what he desired, he strongly and categorically declared, I want to see. A clear desire and a clear prayer, well placed. The first reading describes the journey of the people of Israel, the journey of the blind community of Israel, who are asked to leave from the house of slavery in Egypt to the house of freedom. And God himself was their guide in this journey, accompanying them to reach the destination. The people themselves don't even understand where they are going. What they knew was that they were suffering, and now they are supposed to go. And when they started going, problems started arising. God was solving those problems one after another. There was the problem of water, there was the problem of food, there was a problem of the distance in the desert, and there were problems that Moses himself was to go to God and say, God, it is serious down there. People need water. People need food. People need shelter. There is a lot of heat. According to the scriptures, the time of this journey, the difficult journey, was coming to an end. And the prophet Jeremiah could see in a vision very weak people, the blind, the lame, is struggling to arrive, to come. And they were happy that they were reaching their land. God was guiding these people, weak as they are, blind. Blind from what? From the sins, from the physical deformities. So the prophet sees the exiles, weak, blind, visually impaired, limping with joy, coming home to the New Jerusalem. This is a vision. This explains that, like others, we are spiritually weak. We are spiritually lame. We are spiritually blind. We are reminded that God takes particular care of each and every one of us. God takes particular care of each and every one of us, supporting us to reach His kingdom and to reach salvation. In the second reading, it guides us that returning to our old ways after the call to follow Christ is our difficulty. Our difficulty. We are called to be fully committed to our Christian calling, but not to fall back. The priests chosen from among us, as I just read to you from the scriptures, are also in the same category as each and every one of us. They too are sinners, and so they offer sacrifices for their own sins and the sins of those from whom they have become priests. Many a times I used to say to you, why should I not do what you are doing? And I'm here just to talk to you. Without salary, without a house, without anything, without accounts, a graduate, with all the resources my father, my mother vested on me, they get nothing in return. Nothing. Yet I am here to do what? Why? So we are asked to be simple, to make all of us understand our weaknesses, our strength, with the guide of the Lord, the giver of life. This is important. It is a very difficult ministry. It is not compared to any other ministry. A complete sacrifice without the reward. Even you get misunderstood. You get misunderstood. Mistakenly. For so many. One time I was reading a newspaper and somebody was talking, the bishop is going to be elected. Elected what? Elected what? I go from up down or from up to heaven? A bishop chosen from there, he is up here on the altar. He goes back there for what? For money? For house? For what? For a car? That is why I became a priest? No. From here to the coffin to heaven or to hell. But not back. So be assured of this, that your position is yours. Whatever position you have climbed in society, that is what God has given to you. Mine is a position of a servant. A servant who is to shout your way to heaven. And I will do it with all my might, with all my strength, as many of you do, with what you do in your communities. So please, don't mistake me for your own gubernatorial or I don't know what positions. Those ones are yours. You will die with it. This one is mine. I don't know why the Lord gave me. So please, you treat me a person of this place and I treat you the person of that place. Sometimes we get to feel dissatisfied with our own state of life. You see there? I get dissatisfied. You also sometimes get dissatisfied. Sometimes we become tired of a life that makes no sense. Sometimes I also ask myself, Bishop, why are you here? What are you doing here? Sometimes you also do the same. Why am I here? What am I doing here? Why I live a life without ideals, life without freedom? Because human beings are created to be free. Once anybody tampers with that freedom, the human being will rebel. This is a nature of men, a nature of human beings. If you treat your wife badly, she will become an opposition in your house. You treat your children badly, they will become an opposition. You treat the community badly, they will become an opposition. This is an ordinary human standard, because human beings by nature are created free. They are created free, they want to live free, they want to be free, they want to go free, and they want to die freely. Once you tamper with that, you know that you will be opposed. Whether you're a bishop or you are, I don't know what, you tamper with the freedom of the children of God, you will be opposed. In all the type of situation in life, sometimes we begin to feel that something is taking place around us. Like the blind man of Jericho. You hear voices, new songs of joy, dancing in the streets. And you begin to ask yourself, what is going on in the neighborhood? And that is what happened with Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus was a beggar who was sitting there waiting for fortunes. But then he hears in the neighborhood new situation. People coming, singing and dancing, which he never heard before. And he asked, you people who are seeing, what is going on? Why these drums and these noises? He was told, the Christians are following Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That was the reason of the jubilation in the city. And he immediately understood, and he said, Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me. Have mercy on me. At this call, he get another resistance from his brothers, from his sisters, from his neighbors, from his colleagues, from his peer group, from his companions, telling him, Jesus is not for blind people. You are already blind. Please don't waste the time of the big man. Just you stay there. The way you do sometimes. The way we do sometimes. If a blind man goes to your office, the first thing you do is, what is this blind man coming to do here? This is not the place for blind people. The lame come to your office. This is not the place of the abokarengat. Muskida, Zolde Mashuen Maasayat Bitode. And he is despised. This is exactly what happened with Bartimaeus. His community were shutting him down, and they say, don't disturb the master. Bartimaeus, knowing what he wants, he said, whether you stop me or not, I am calling for Jesus of Nazareth. And he raised up his voice and he said aloud, Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me. You can see, when somebody wants to be free, he will do anything possible. You oppress your wife and she's silent. One day, the neighbor will hear. And you continue to oppress her, the next neighbor will hear. You continue to oppress her, the block will hear. You continue to oppress her, the whole Juba City Council will hear. And you will be in trouble. So let us take care of our brothers and of our sisters. This is what the message is saying. When one of us is crying and wanted help, wanted assistance, we must respond immediately. Otherwise, they will persist and they will continue to call in the name of Jesus until you will hear it, whether you like it or not. This is sometimes our own attitude to those who are seeking pity from us, seeking pity from the Lord. We block them. We block them. We don't want them to receive the graces, the blessings of God. We are happy alone. Al-Kefak Bitam. This is not a Christian attitude. This is not a Christian attitude. A Christian attitude is to accommodate each and every one of us. Sometimes we need to seek our salvation in a strong manner, calling and calling and calling Jesus to have pity on us, to hear and to open our eyes and to open our ears. How many times are we praying for peace in this cathedral? Every day, every morning, prayer for peace, prayer for peace, prayer for peace. Yet, there are people among you who are blocking this peace with your own desires. We will continue to shout until you will be defeated. We need to be good mediators to help our brothers and sisters have Christ present in their life. Jesus will be continuing to ask each and every one of us, what do you want me to do for you? He will continue to ask our communities, what do you want me to do for you? Let our answer be clear. If we want peace, let us ask for peace like Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus said, I want to see. Full stop. Clear answer. Don't say you want peace and you are making harakat. You are making harakat. Don't do that. If you want peace, just do peace, walk peace, talk peace, speak peace, sleep peace, do anything, peace, 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 peace. And nothing else. Since you have clapped, God bless you.
Bakhita Radio.
Radio Bakitha.
صوت الكنيسة.
The voice of the church.